What is up, YouTube? This is UFC 311, Makhachev versus Tsarukyan. We continue our journey of turning $100 into 1,000. So far, we turned that 100 into $310. We had a bit of a hiccup last week, but you know what? We're gonna come back. We're gonna come back strong this week. So for this week, um, I feel good about this one. So we're gonna have a three-team parlay. The reason we're gonna have a three-fight parlay. The reason we're gonna have a three-fight parlay is because I'm pretty sure about these fights. And well, enough of that. Let's go. Our first leg in our parlay is gonna be Grant Dawson. Um, he's a minus 245 right now. He's actually gone down a little bit, so money has come in on Carlos Ferreira. But listen, Grant Dawson, man, the only hiccup he's had in the UFC was that one against Bobby Green. And look, man, if you're in the fight game long enough, you're gonna get caught. It happens. And Bobby Green is one of the best guys out there at finding that opening and catching you. But other than that, man, Grant Dawson has been flawless. He's his cardio is always there, and he'll fight for the money. Carlos Ferreira, who is his opponent, you got to remember this. He's 40 years old, and his last fight was against Mateusz Rebecki. Now Rebecki's a really good fighter, but he's only got about a round and a half of gas in him. And Carlos Ferreira, the man, that first round he was getting hammered, but to his credit, he came back and he came back strong. So the reason he won that fight was because Mateusz Rebecki, he's like I said, he's got about a round and a half of gas in him. So that's not going to be the issue against Grant. Grant Dawson's going to be able to keep up with him, and he should be able to just do what Grant Dawson does, which is grab you, take you down, and hold you. Now, Carlos is a black belt in jiu-jitsu. He's a very good submission artist, but Grant Dawson, man, he hasn't been caught, and he's fought some really good black belts, and he hasn't been caught yet. But like I said, man, Carlos Ferreira at 40 years old, come on, that's a lot to ask of him to beat Grant Dawson, who's in his prime at 30. So that's the reason why we're picking Grant. So Grant's going to be our first leg in our parlay. Our second leg is going to be Umar Nurmagomedov. Now, while I love Murav Dvalishvili. He's won me a lot of money in the past, but Umar is just not that he's better at everything than Murab, but he is good enough to win the fight. He's not going to get submitted, and he's not going to get and he's not gonna get outstruck, and that's for sure. So I think in the eyes of the judges, Umar gets it. Plus, Umar is he's Dagestani, man. He's not gonna take the he's not gonna be allowed to get dominated by Marab's wrestling. Marab has one method of victory, and that's basically just to out wrestle people and out cardio them. And he's not going to be able to do that against Umar Nurmagomedov. Khabib might kick him out of the family if he loses. So yeah, I mean those guys at AKA and Eagle MMA, man, they're gonna have Umar ready because Marab's got one way to win this, and Umar's gonna be well prepared. He should be able to take this fight. And our last leg is going to be Rinja Nakamura. Now, Nakamura, that he's basically they're giving him this fight. He's a minus 585 right now, and they're giving him this fight so he can so they can prop him up. Have the UFC likes Rinja Nakamura. They like him. They want to prop up their Japanese fighters. So he's and plus he's really good. He's a really good wrestler. So the UFC gave him a layup, and I think Rinja is going to go out there and take this victory. He should be able to. So once again, we have Grant Dawson minus 245 as of the making of this video. Umar Nurmagomedov minus 280, and Rinja Nakamura minus 585. Put them all together, you get a plus 124 parlay. We're gonna bet $110 to win $136.15. Um, yeah, let's. We were on a 9 parlay winning streak last until we ran into that speed bump last week. But this week we start another 9 parlay winning streak. So yeah, man. So that's gonna be the fight, the parlay for the fight. Whatever you guys decide to bet, um, best of luck. Oh, also, I was gonna. So I'm always out. I'm always here giving out favorites. Another reason I give out favorites because I do parlays. And so far that's worked out for me. But um, as an underdog, I really like. I really like Benil Dariush. I think he's as for an underdog. I think he takes it. Um, his opponent should have lost the last fight, but he got lucky. So, anyways, Benny as an underdog, I like him. I'm gonna bet on him. Obviously, otherwise I wouldn't be saying anything. So, anyways, best of luck, everybody, and hopefully on Saturday we're all winners. Um, so I'll see you on the next late.